Totoo yung sinabi ni Heart Evangelista na sometimes being maarte can take you far in life. And I'm not just talking about women like her na elite status na kumbaga, okay? It pays a lot when you invest in your wardrobe. And when I say wardrobe is, meron, hindi naman kailangan, if you're someone na kulang ka sa budget, hindi naman kailangan lahat maganda or mahal. It's just that you have to carefully curate your wardrobe in such a way na kapag may okasyon kang pupuntahan or kapag meron kang event na pupuntahan is hindi ka mukhang kawawa. Okay? For example, okay, you will attend a business meeting tapos wala kang pantsuit man lang or wala kang vest or wala kang co-ords na pwede mong suotin for that occasion na kailangan formal or at least business casual man lang, okay? Or paano kung may party, inimbitahan ka sa party, tapos wala kang kahit ni isang dress na susuotin mo for that party. Or you're working even freelancing and wala kang mga polo or mga suot na hindi naman yung mukha kang nakapambahay, okay? Kasi ako, I'm a freelancer, guys, honestly. I work multiple jobs, okay, in a day, including affiliate marketing and content creation. I'm also a teacher. Pero hindi, I make sure that I look good every single day because it is my responsibility to myself and to my clients to be presentable. In fact, kahit nasa bahay ako, nagpapabango pa ako. Ganyan ako kausisa when it comes to the looks department. I'm not the most good-looking girl. There's a lot of good-looking girl out there. But one thing I can say is yung kakikayan ko will take me far in life because that is part of my identity. Yung kaartehan ko gets me clients. They book my lessons. They pay for my lessons. Not just because they like what I teach or how I help them, but because they like how I look. So you have to elevate your wardrobe this 2026. I'm not saying you should spend a lot, like super a lot, but at least yung presentable ka araw-araw, okay? So, lalo na sa shoes din kasi tinitignan din yan ng tao minsan din. Ano yung suot mong sapatos, okay? And malinis ba yung paa mo? Ganyan, gano'n. Yung mga gano'ng bagay, it goes a long, 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 long way. Hindi ba kayo nagtataka na ang mga best-selling products dito sa TikTok ay beauty products? Hindi ba kayo nagtataka na yung mga products na mabilis mabenta dito sa TikTok ay yung mga pampaputi or pampapayat? Okay. Hindi ba kayo nagtataka? Kasi alam naman ng mga tao sa loob-loob nila na you need to improve yourself. Not just mentally, financially, but also physically. Okay. Kasi part na yun ng self-improvement. Now, there are people who can get away with not improving themselves physically if these are people na sobrang sipag or sobrang galing or sobrang talino. May mga kilala ako na mayayaman sila or mayaman siya, but she did not improve her looks. But she's super, super intelligent and she's super, super techy. Okay? Now, if you are not lucky, okay, or if you are not privileged, or you are not someone na sobra-sobrang galing mo sa industry mo, um, makakatulong sa'yo yung pagbili ng beauty products and paggamit ng beauty products to improve yourself, to increase your prospect when it comes to the career front. And not just the career front, but sa personal life. Okay? Kasi kung hindi ka pa rin naniniwala sa pretty privilege, ewan ko. Siguro kailangan mong ah, mag-observe sa kapaligiran. Have you ever wondered why, when you go to a four-star hotel or a five-star hotel, or simply go to an airport and then you see all these flawless and beautiful cabin crews, that you would ask yourself, wow, they hired attractive people. So, bakit nga ba yung mga four-star hotel, mga casino, mga yacht clubs, uh, especially for receptionists, they hire aesthetically pleasing women or men? Okay. It's because they cater to VIP clients. Okay. And VIP clients pay extra and pay more for the services. So naturally, they expect more from a hotel, a casino, or a resort. Okay. And ganun din, yung may mga jobs talaga na kailangan ng physically attractive looks. Like sa sales, honestly, kailangan siya sa sales. Nandun siya sa list ng binabasa ko kanina na ano, yung mga jobs na kailangan ng ano, yon, yung mga influencers, yon, especially mga beauty influencers like Dasha Taran, one of the most popular beauty influencers si Dasha. And then ano pa ba? Um beauty can help you have access to elite places. Okay. Yung mga ano ng mga elite. So if you have the looks like yun, sila Kelsey Merritt, yan na naimbitahan yung mga yan sa mga F1, sa mga ano, as models, blah blah blah, because they are known for their looks. See? So, yun lang naman ang masasabi ko for today. Bakit sa Pilipinas required ang ID picture? Dito sa Australia hindi naman required. Good question. Okay. Actually, depende yan, hindi naman talaga required ang ID picture kahit dito sa Philippines. Pero may mga kumpanya at may mga industry na kailangan ng ID picture. Okay. For example, model ka, hinahanapan ka ng portfolio, kukunin ka ng Calvin Klein, ng Zara. Eh di syempre yung puhunan mo doon, yung face card mo, Antico, yung face card mo ang puhunan mo doon, di ba? And then, for example, mag-apply ka sa Cebu Pacific, sa Philippine Airlines. At syempre, ang kailangan din doon yung maganda. Okay. Alam naman natin kung anong industry yung kailangan ng magandang face. Okay. Sa amin, me as a teacher na ESL, no, video ang ano namin, video ang marketing tool namin, and then picture. Okay. Tapos yung andyan na yung work experience, student feedback, client feedback. Pero yung una-una kasing nakikita ng tao is yung face nung teacher. So maraming ganyan yung pag namimili yung student, nag-scroll-scroll siya. Sa ESL industry, kailangan ng picture. Okay, swerte mo na lang kung yung kumpanya hindi niya hinahanap yon. Ano pa bang industry? Usually mga people industry. Yung kailangan mo makisalamuha sa tao, tapos yun yung mga nagtatrabaho sa Okada, yung mag-works ka sa mga hotel, na 5-star hotel, 4-star hotel. Pag nakalagay doon, pleasing personality. Pag nilagay na doon na requirements, pleasing personality, automatic hahanapin yung picture dyan. Okay. Sa requirements pa lang alam mo na. Okay? So, automatic hahanapan ka ng picture dyan na, kailangan may itsura. Oo, sa role na ito. Pero may mga industries naman na hindi kailangan ng face card. Okay, yan. IT industry, yung mga ganyan, finance, hindi kailangan masyado ng ano dyan. Okay. So, yun lang guys. Depende pa din yan sa industriya and depende pa din yan sa kumpanya. Naka-experience na ako niyan. Mas nakaka-earn ng respect ang magaganda kaysa sa hindi masyado maganda. Okay. Yan ang reality ng buhay. And mas may konsiderasyon or siguro mas maganda ang treatment. Okay, dun sa maganda kaysa sa hindi masyadong maganda. Marami na rin akong na-observe na ganyan and na-experience na ganyan. Kaya nga sabi ko is pretty privilege is real. Okay? Siguro yung iba na nagsasabi na hindi naman totoo yung pretty privilege na yan. Actually, it's real, especially if you are above average pretty. And when I'm talking about above average pretty, yun na yung mga Christine Hermosa, your Julia Barreto kind of beauty, or Carla Abellana kind of beauty, yung Chinchin Gutierrez kind of beauty. Yun yung talagang marirealize mo sa mundo that life is not that fair to everyone. Okay? So, nasa inyo naman kung yung iba na hindi naniniwala nasa inyo yan. Balang araw, ma-experience yun din. Yung sinasabi ko, lalo na kung, lalo na sa mga perks. Okay. Naalala ko si Miss Chung, sabi niya na yung kaibigan daw niya na maganda, na-realize daw niya yung pretty privilege. Nung yung kaibigan niya na maganda, nakalibres, pinapasok sa resort ng libre, tapos siya daw hindi. Yun yung mga times na hindi siya masyadong pretty. Okay. Doon daw niya na-realize na, ay, grabe ang pretty privilege, which is true talaga. Okay. Nasa inyo na yun kung maniniwala kayo. Ang challenge sa glow up, especially sa fitness, is magawa mo yung task kahit marami kang ginagawa. Okay. Maraming tao kasi akala nila madaling magpapayat. Okay. Kaya nga nagtataka ako dito sa TikTok yung mga slimming coffee, slimming na para bang ganun siya kadali. For someone na who went through the journey of really losing weight the natural way, which is calorie deficit diet and then exercise, okay, hindi talaga madali yung journey, guys. Because there are times talaga na yung schedule mo puno, tapos kailangan mo siyang isingit or kailangan mo siyang unahin. And dun ka talaga macha-challenge. So kailangan mong to build the discipline. Kailangan mong i-build yung disiplina na kahit anong mangyari is kaya mong mag-exercise minimum of 30 minutes a day to 45 minutes to 1 hour a day. Tapos of course, samahan na rin ng disiplina sa pagkain. Okay, kasi it might look easy, no? Feeling siguro ng ibang tao, hindi, ang dali lang nito. Parang ang dali lang. It might look easy, but it's not as easy as what people think it is. Okay? So you have to build a strong foundation, especially of discipline and persistence and perseverance, na part na siya ng routine mo araw-araw. Yung sa pagkain, tapos sa exercise. See? Keep it simple, pero i-try mong i-enjoy yung process kasi hindi araw-araw Christmas na masaya mag-exercise. Hindi. Sometimes it's not enjoyable, especially pag marami kang iniisip. But for me, I made sure kasi that it's part of my self-care. Okay, so I made sure that exercise is part of my self-care. Para kahit anong mangyari is part yun ng pag-aalaga ko sa sarili ko. Learn to be resourceful kasi hindi sa lahat ng oras may tutulong sa inyo ng libre. Hindi sa lahat ng oras meron kayong tips na makukuha sa iba ng libre. Sinasabi ko to not just from my personal experience as a content creator, pero may dumaan kasi na content creator sa feed ko and sabi niya na as a VA daw, ang dami na daw niyang naitulong sa iba. Kulang na nga lang daw spoon feeding tapos magtatanong pa daw ng, "How po? Paano po? Hindi ko po alam magbasa." Pero gusto niya maging BA, 'di ba? Yung yung pagtulong kasi hindi siya unlimited. So, like for me, bago ako mag-podcast is uunahin ko yung sarili ko. Okey, unahin ko yung trabaho ko, unahin ko yung pagkakapirahan ko. Okey, kasi maraming tao gusto lang nila kumukuha lang sila, they're just taking from other people. And then 'pag wala ka ng naibigay, masama ka ng tao. Pero unlimited ang taking, 'di ba? So, 'yun ang gusto kong ituro sa inyo, yung dapat magkusa kayong mag-research, especially yung mga lahat ngayon is nasa internet na tapos may ChatGPT pa, oh my goodness. Sa ChatGPT halos lahat nandiyan na, okey. Magtatanong ka na lang, magpa-prompt ka na lang sa ChatGPT, andiyan na siya, andiyan na ang sagot sa'yo, instant. Okey, so 'yun ang gusto kong, i-share sa inyo guys na sa buhay, whether it's beauty or anything else, especially sa money is matuto ka talagang tumayo sa sarili mong paa kasi hindi sa lahat ng oras may tutulong sa'yo. Social media is a source of entertainment and also a source of information, but it's also a source of stress. And I'm sure hindi lang ako ang content creator na nakaka-feel ng burnout and nakaka-drain. Kaya binago ko talaga yung routine ko. After 8 PM, yung cellphone ko nakalagay na yan sa drawer. Ibig sabihin, hindi ko na hahawakan yung cellphone ko. Matutulog ako na hindi ako magbra-browse, okay? And meron akong 1 day off na wala akong social media kung saan naka-schedule na yung post. Kasi the thing about the side effects of excessive social media use, especially sa mga kagaya namin na side hustle ang affiliate marketing, is yun yung blue light, yun. Makaka-contribute siya sa signs of aging, and makaka-contribute siya sa stress. Yun maapektuhan na yung mental health, okay. Which is yun ang hindi nare-realize ng mga followers, no? Kaya pinapaalala ko sa inyo, okay? Kasi sa ngayon siguro maaga-aga hindi niyo pa nafi-feel ang, um, burnout, okay. Pero sa aming mga creator talaga, ramdam talaga namin yung burnout. Kasi kami naman yung gumagawa ng content, yung mga followers nanonood lang kayo. So, wala naman kayong effort talaga, more on nood lang, gano'n. Pero like ako, someone advised me, sabi niya, "Have a break." Kumbaga, huwag kang magso-social media 'pag patulog ka na, at least 2 hours before. And then of course, huwag kang magso-social media na 7 days, which is totoo yun. So, yun ang pinapaalala ko and yes, sinasabi ko 'to sa social media. Attractive people usually choose, similarly or the same people who are as attractive as them, okay? Whether it's partnership or, friendship. Okey, mahirap kasi pumili ng masyadong malayo sa'yo, okey? It's not a match. And when you're someone who is not attractive and you're dreaming of somebody na physically attractive, you have to prepare to get rejected, ano? Usually they want to preserve their genetics, especially if these people are naturally good looking. Okay. Agamulak, Sherlyn Gonzalez, Lucy Torres, and then Richard Gomez. Sino pa? Yung mga it girls and husbands. Okay. So they are similar to each other or the same when it comes to the level of attractiveness. So obviously they will choose people who are the same as them. Now, if you're someone who is not attractive, and you want someone na kasing attractive nun, you better catch up when it comes to the looks, money, and status because they're not going to adjust down. I I have some attractive students as well. And pag kinikwento nila about their husband or their girlfriend or their partners, no, usually it's the same level of attractiveness or a little higher, but not quite far. See, that's the reality of life. Okay? So, wala namang masama mag-ambisyon. It's just that maganda rin maging realistic tayo when it comes to choosing a partner. But especially for people who are preserving their genes. Okay, so for example, may itsura. Usually maghahanap din yun, may itsura din. It's the same thing with my friends. May mga naging friends ako noon na ang ganda-ganda niya. Okay. Nag-asawa din siya ng gwapo. Because we cannot imagine her with someone who is not gwapo. It's not a match. Kung gusto mo talagang mag-glow up, stop oversharing. Not everyone needs to know what you are doing in your life. How can you focus if you're always just sharing? If you are sharing for validation from other people, you do not need the permission of other people for you to be able to move and change your life or do a glow up. Okay. Marami kasi hindi makapag-umpisa ng glow up nila kasi parang may inaantay silang go signal. At bawat hakbang nila kailangan nilang i-post. Bawat exercise routine, bawat skincare, bawat outfit, kailangan nilang i-post sa social media. Which is, ang nangyayari doon is nawawala ka sa focus, nawawala ka sa pupuntahan mo kasi nag-overshare ka. And these days, guys, if you notice, even for me on this account, I don't really overshare anymore because not just because I learned my valuable lessons, but because I value privacy. Okay. Privacy is so important na there are things, there are moments that do not need to be shared. Okay. Even if you have social media accounts. See? So ako, benta-benta lang, tamang beauty-beauty advice lang, ganun lang, chill. Okay. And yung pagiging chill na yon is nakatulong sa glow up ko. Kasi I don't really need the permission of any other person or the validation of any other person. I just do what I do privately. Do not judge a book by its cover. Talaga ba? Oh, actually, we do judge a book by its cover. Kasi yung panlabas na anyo, yun ang unang-unang deciding factor. Unang-unang nakikita natin. Sabi nga nung D. Kivoy, yung isang content creator, he was discussing pretty privilege. Sabi dun sa comment section is, your face card is your business card. Your face card is your business card. Okay? So, yung panlabas na anyo, yun ang pinakaunang-unang nakikita ng mga tao. So, nasa yun na yun kung mag-i-invest ka sa looks mo or hindi. Okay. Pero ako na ang nagsasabi okay, na may mga opportunities, especially in specific industries, na may advantage kung may itsura ka. Okay. Not unless sobra sipag mo at skillful mo na kahit hindi ka maganda is nagsasucceed ka. Okay. But there are specific industries that prefer men or women who look better than the general population. And if you want to work in those industries or if you want to be part in those industries is that you need to adapt. See. Gusto nyo bang malaman kung ano yung sikreto ng mga glowing na tao? Hindi lang siya skincare. Okay. Kasi marami naman akong kilalang mayaman, pero wala pa rin, hindi sila glowing. It's generosity. Kasi yun yung isa sa sikreto ko kung bakit ako glowing. Yung generosity na hindi lang about money. Yung nagbibigay ka sa ibang tao ng information, ng content, ng something para makatulong sa iba. Iba kasi yung balik ng universe. Iba yung bigay ng universe na glow versus yung nakukuha mo lang sa skincare at sa supplements. So yes, nagsi-skincare ako at nagsusupplements. Pero kung tutuusin, mid-range level lang yung mga skincare ko and supplements. My secret is generosity. Lalo sa animals. Yung mga aspin, mga askal, tumutulong ako sa mga yan. Or nagdo-donate ako sa charity ng mga damit, hindi man pera, basta nagbibigay ako. So yung bumabalik sa akin, dumodoble. Hindi man lagi monetary, pero binabalik sa akin yan ng universe, whether bibigyan niya ako ng glow or something. And maraming tao kasi madamot sila. So walang bumabalik sa kanila na good karma. So tanungin niyo yung mga sarili niyo. Naghahanap kayo ng glow, yung iba, pero ano ba ang naibigay ninyo ng kusa sa loob ninyo?